Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Brenda Owobu-Riosti, and with me today is John Riosti. Welcome back to Little Ruby's Daycare Encounters YouTube channel, where we emphasize play-based learning, wellness, and research-based solutions to issues in early childhood education. If you're new here, please subscribe, like, share, or leave a comment. We would love to hear your thoughts. The title of our video today is Leave the Toys at Home, 5 Scenarios and 5 Reasons Why Daycare Providers Won't Let Children Bring Their Toys or Other Personal Items to Daycare. Please stay tuned, like, leave a comment, and enjoy.
Scenario 1. He won't sleep without it. Samantha was running late for work. She had been trying to convince Joshua, her 3-year-old son, to let go of his favorite toy car, but nothing she did worked. They were already at Miss Anna's in-home daycare. Well, it's okay. You'll just have to take it to daycare then. Samantha got out of the car, assisted Joshua out, and rang Miss Anna's bell. Miss Anna opened the door. Pleasantries were exchanged, and Joshua went in. At pickup, Samantha realized Joshua didn't have his favorite toy car. There was panic and pandemonium, because for the past year, Joshua has not been able to go to bed without having his favorite toy car lying beside him. "I'm sorry, Samantha. I didn't even notice he came here with a toy this morning. You know, as part of my policies, toys from home are not allowed," Miss Anna said, sounding a little agitated. Her agitation was understandable. It was pickup time. Other parents had started to arrive, and some of the other kids were running amok amidst Joshua's crying and Samantha's insistence that the toy be found. Miss Anna put a reassuring hand on Samantha's shoulder, saying, "Here's what I can do. I will ask the other kids about the toy car. I will also search around the house for it. I promise, as soon as I find it, I will make sure you have it. However, I have to emphasize that I cannot guarantee it will be found. This is one of the reasons I prohibit toys from home."
Providers, parents, and guardians, have you ever encountered a situation like Scenario 1? How did you resolve the situation? How did you feel? How do you think the child felt? Do you think the scenario was preventable? Please leave your comments below. In cases like Scenario 1, it can be understandable when tempers flare and emotions become raw between all parties involved. The child just wants his toy back. The parent gets flustered, realizing tonight might be rough because her son may not be able to sleep. The provider is livid because her policy has just been ignored. Worse yet, she is left with the job of finding a toy she had no idea even existed in the first place. Parents, realize that in a daycare setting full of kids with similar ages, children cannot be entrusted with the responsibility of keeping their precious toys from home safe. They can easily be distracted, may be compassionate and want to share, or be forgetful of where they leave things. As for the provider, she is a very busy person. She not only has other kids in care, but also must make sure that each child is safe, fed, engaged, and well cared for throughout a very long, busy day. She most definitely cannot guarantee that a toy from home won't get lost or broken. Providers, be very specific with your toys from home policies, especially at enrollment, and if necessary, occasional reminders when situations like Scenario 1 occur.
Scenario 2. I don't want to share. Anna could hear Nathan and Gloria tussling over something. She wasn't sure what it was, so she moved closer for a better look. "It's mine. My grandma gave it to me," she heard 2.5-year-old Gloria say. "But you have to share, Gloria. Sharing is caring, Nathan responded forcefully, pulling something away from Gloria, who began to cry hysterically. What is that? What did you just snatch from Gloria, Nathan? Miss Anna asked. Nathan opened his palm, and Miss Anna could see a little plastic doll. That's mine, Miss Anna, it's mine. My grandmother gave it to me and I really love it, Gloria said, still panting in hysteria. Okay, calm down, Gloria, Miss Anna said. Did you bring this toy from home this morning? Yes, Gloria admitted, looking down in discomfort and realizing she had been caught doing something she wasn't supposed to do. Gloria, you know we've talked about this many times. Home toys have to stay home. Nathan, Miss Anna said, turning towards him with her palms outstretched. May I have the toy? Yes, Miss Anna, Nathan said, sheepishly, handing the toy to her. But Gloria is not a good sharer. She wouldn't let me have it, and I asked her politely many times, he said. I understand that, Nathan, but it's okay if people don't want to share sometimes, Miss Anna responded. You cannot always share everything. Sometimes you may not want to share, and that's okay. However, it's not okay to pull or grab toys from people. Turning to Gloria, Miss Anna told her she would hold on to the toy until pickup time. Gloria nodded in agreement.
Providers, parents, and guardians, how often have you come across a situation like scenario 2? How did you resolve it? Is sharing truly caring? Please leave some of your thoughts about these questions in scenario. Let's take a brief look at Nathan's argument that sharing is caring. Is this true? At Little Rubies, we teach our preschoolers that it is okay to share. On the other hand, we also teach that sometimes it is okay not to share. Sharing is a very difficult lesson to teach. Here is a question for you. How many times have you found yourselves reluctant to share? If adults have trouble sharing, how can we expect children to be automatic sharers? It is very important to teach the skills of turn-taking and negotiation rather than insist that little children share everything. Sharing does not come naturally to children. You can only imagine the number of fights we're forced to break up every day as a result. This is another reason toys from home should stay home. Once children are convinced that a particular toy is theirs, they are likely to fight tooth and nail to keep it out of the hands of another child. In addition, when children see a toy that is new to them, they instantly want to have it. That particular toy becomes the most important and desirable toy around. With toys at Daycare, we tell the children they belong to Little Rubies. This minimizes the attitude of ownership on the part of the children. We also encourage children to self-regulate, take turns, and negotiate, as opposed to grabbing and snatching. Parents, be sure to check your kids before they get dropped off at daycare. Make sure they do not have any hidden toys in their pockets or scrunched in their palms. Providers, make sure to do the same at drop-offs. Many of those hidden hoarded toys can be choking hazards. You do not want to be responsible for a situation so horrible. Once again, leave those toys and personal belongings at home.
Scenario 3. I want to go home. Miss Anna had seen from her kitchen window that 3-year-old Amina was getting dropped off. She glanced at her watch. It was 6 a.m. She walked briskly to the door and opened it just in time for Amina to be standing by the doorbell with her mother right beside her. Amina was holding on very tightly to a pink stuffed rabbit. Miss Anna looked at her mother with a quizzical look. Don't look at me. I couldn't get her to leave her favorite bunny home today. I've tried everything. Perhaps you could help, she asked. Miss Anna squatted down to Amina's eye level and said, Amina, could you please hand the bunny over to your mommy? She'll leave it in the car so you can have it as soon as she picks you up. Amina began to scream hysterically, I want to go home with my bunny. I don't want to let her go. I love her so much. Miss Anna looked at Amina's mom. I'm sorry, She can't have this here today, and we've talked about this multiple times before, she said. Amina's mom carefully pried the stuffed bunny from her daughter's hands, gave her a kiss, and walked hurriedly out to the car. Amina was still crying at the top of her voice and had to be carried in. Throughout the day, Amina insisted she wanted to go home and didn't want to be at daycare. She didn't have much of an appetite and wasn't very receptive to play advances from the other kids.
Parents and guardians, it is important that you do not involve the daycare provider in situations like scenario 3. We hate to be perceived as mean and inconsiderate by the children in our care, just because we are enforcing policy. Can you imagine how chaotic daycare would be if every child were allowed to bring their favorite stuffed animal to school? Remember, there is always a broader picture to consider. It usually does not make for a great relationship between the child and caregiver if the child perceives the caregiver as the reason for deprivation. It is important that you explain to your child that they cannot bring home toys to daycare, not because Miss Anna is mean and will not allow it, but because the toy could get lost, broken, or stolen. Please deal with the drama before you get to daycare. Furthermore, our goal as partners in the care of the child is to ensure smooth drop-offs and pickups. Smooth transitions are very important to young children. For more information on transitions, check out my transition video up here somewhere and in the description box below. Please help your provider. Make your child's day a fun experience. What are your thoughts on this scenario, my Ruby's family? Please leave your comments below.
Scenario 4. Oh snap, there's a bug. Miss Anna walked briskly to the door. She had heard the doorbell and knew one of the kids was being dropped off. As she opened the door, she noticed 4-year-old Corey with his mother. Corey was clinging to a Winnie the Pooh blanket. I was wondering if he could just have the blanket for today. He's had such a tough weekend, Corey's mom said. I'm sorry, said Anna. He can't have a blanket from home here. I can hand him his nap-time blanket when we get in, though. Perhaps that would help, Miss Anna said, looking at Corey. He nodded in agreement. But as he handed the blanket to his mom, Corey jumped. There's a bug, Mommy. There's a cockroach, he shouted. Savannah threw the blanket on the lawn while everyone watched as an average-sized cockroach leisurely crawled from inside its folds onto the grass.
Ooh-wee. That was super creepy. Okay, providers, has something similar ever happened to you? Parents, what would you have done? In an Inside Edition episode entitled, This Bacteria Might Be Lurking on Some of Your Kids' Toys, some stuffed animals from sample families were swabbed for germs, microbes, and molds. 4 different types of bacteria were found, including Staphylococcus aureus, which is the most dangerous of the diverse types of staphylococcal bacteria. It is spherical in shape and can cause pneumonia, as well as heart and bone infections. This is serious stuff. I will leave a link to the episode in the description box below so you can check it out for yourself. The COVID-19 pandemic has raised awareness about viral and bacterial diseases. You never know what could be lurking in a toy or other personal items from home. Daycare providers can only guarantee the safety and cleanliness of daycare toys and environment. At Little Ruby's, we hire professional cleaners to deep clean the entire house every other week. Cribs and cots are wiped clean with disinfectant and bedding washed with detergent at least once a week. All toys, including stuffed animals, are cleaned with soap, water, and disinfectant sprays or tossed in the washing machine. All surfaces cleaned consistently. When kids bring toys or personal items from home, we cannot guarantee their clean status. Please leave those toys at home. This practice can save other families at daycare from a disease outbreak.
Scenario 5. Sometimes you have to let go, and that's okay. 4-year-old Lois was at the door for drop-off. Her dad, Derek, was beside her. "Look, Miss Anna, Becky made this for me," Lois said, excitedly, showing Miss Anna a rubber band bracelet she was wearing on her wrist. Becky was Lois's older sister. "Oh, that's such a beautiful bracelet. Becky must really love you. Those rainbow colors are the best," Miss Anna said, looking at the bracelet with some admiration. "Lois, I know you really love this gorgeous bracelet, but you'll have to give it to Daddy to keep nice and safe for you in the car or at home. I don't want it to get lost or broken here today. That would be so sad." Lois willingly took the bracelet off and handed it to her dad. "Please keep this safe, Daddy," she said. Derek gave her a hug and a kiss. "I will, sweetie. I love you. See you later," he said as he headed out the door.
The lesson of letting go is a critical and special life lesson to teach. The Disney movie Let It Go couldn't have emphasized this enough. People die, move, or just stay away. Pets die or get lost. Toys get broken and can't be fixed. Feelings get bruised and we have to let go through forgiveness and reconciliation. At some point or another, we all have to let go of something we really care about, and that is okay. It is part of the human experience. Have you ever been to a courthouse? Once when I went to the courthouse, the security guards wouldn't let me carry my purse with me. I had to walk back to the car to leave it in the trunk. Same goes for prison visitations. Visitors are limited as to what they can have with them when visiting their loved ones. I have also noticed that when I take a grocery bag from one store to the next, I might be required to leave the bag with someone at the front of the store before being allowed to shop. Even many sports and public arenas now require that you leave your backpacks or other personal belongings outside. What about the airport checkpoints? I can hardly count the times I have had my perfumes or oils tossed into the trash can because they were not acceptable travel sizes. This is life. As the world advances technologically, people will be walking around with fewer and fewer personal belongings. Reminding children about the need to let go sometimes can be a very effective strategy for teaching self-regulation and the life lesson of letting go.
Thanks for watching. We sincerely hope you learned a thing or two today. Our goal on this channel is to continue to bring you quality, research-based solutions to problems you might encounter in education.
We appreciate every single one of you.
Please subscribe to our channel for more educative content. Share and leave a comment. We would love to hear your thoughts. We appreciate all our current subscribers. Help us reach our next goal of 1,500 subscribers.
And remember, prayers get answered, miracles still happen, and everything is possible. We love you all.